I'm going to be drafting the dress that you can see on the picture right now. This is the fabric 1 yard. This is the satin. This is 3 yards, but we're not using all of it. And then this is the 3 yards. And then I'm going to be using this hard net. This is 2 yards, but all I need is just 1 yard. So first of all, I'm going to cut out what we need from the fabric. So the half length, just add 1 inch to that for seam, and then you cut it out. This is for the front pattern. And then once you have cut out the front pattern, you place it on another fabric to cut out the back pattern. You add a zipper allowance to it. So this is it all cut out. This is the zipper allowance. We have 1 inch of zipper allowance. This half length is 13 inches in length. And then this is the front fabric. I'm going to be drafting both the front and the back pattern together. So just place the front pattern on the back pattern and then use a pin to secure it. So you are going to start by having the starting line on top. So this is 1/2 inch of the starting line. So 1/2 inch from the top, that is the same allowance, and from there all our measurement will start. So I'm going to mark half of the shoulder measurement. The shoulder, mark half of the shoulder measurement plus seam allowance, and then you are going to mark the slope, 1/2 inch shoulder slope. For children, we use 1/2 inch, and then the neck width, we are going to be using 2.5 inches. So you can use between 2.5 or 3 inches, so depending on the age. So this one is for 8 years old. And then we'll mark the neck depth. The neck depth is 3 inches for the front. So I have neck width of 2.5, and then I have the neck depth of 3 inches. So you can also use 3 inches by 3 inches. So how to get the neck width is to divide the bust by 12. So I marked the front neck depth. So I'm just using my fresh cuff to connect. It's going to be a round neck. And then for the back neckline, we're using 1 inch as the neck depth. So from that starting line, I'm just mark 1 inch. So this is for the back neckline. And then we use the French curve to connect that. So this is the front pattern, 3 inches, and then this is the back pattern, 1 inch. And then I've already marked the shoulder slope, so I'm just going to connect that to the neckline. And then I'll add 1/2 inch seam allowance. So after that, I'm now going to mark the armhole depth. So you can also use the shoulder, half of the shoulder as your armhole depth. And then I mark what I have there, and then mark it on the upper chest so that I can have a straight line on that armhole line. So whatever I have on this side, I'm going to repeat it on this other side so that I can have a straight line. So after marking that out, I'm just going to use my ruler to connect that together. So this is now the upper chest line or the armhole line. So the next thing now is to mark the armhole curve. So to do that, I'm going to be dividing the chest by 4, what we call the bust circumference. But for children, since they don't have bust, it's chest. So after marking that, for the armhole depth, I just mark half of that. And then for the front armhole, I'm going to go in by 1/4 of an inch. So on the bust line, I'm going to mark, on the upper chest line, sorry, I'm going to mark 1/4 of the bust circumference, and then I will be adding seam allowance to that. So this will help us to get the armhole curve. So this is the front armhole curve. This is the back armhole curve, sorry. So after this, you are going to connect the front armhole curve. So for the front armhole curve, like I said, you are going to go in by 1/4 of an inch. For adult, we use 1/2 inch. At that midpoint, you go in by 1/2 inch. But for children, we use 1/4. And then I'm use my After connecting from the shoulder with a straight ruler, then I used my armhole curve to connect the curve. So this is the both the front and the back armhole curve. So the next, for this dress, I'm going to be adding a dart. She's a big girl, so we're going to be adding a dart for shape, to shape the upper part. So I'm just going to mark where the dart will be, and then the dart will stop 1 inch before the bust line. If you know how to measure bust line in clothes, but for children we call it chest line, but don't be confused, it's the same thing. So from the shoulder, I'm marking the shoulder to the bust point so that I will know where the dart will stop. So this is the bust line. So this is the bust line, this is the chest line, that armhole line is the upper chest line, and then this is the waist line. So on that waistline, I'm taking a dart. I'm going to be marking a dart of 1/2 inch on both sides. I hope you know how to take your dart. Quarter of the bust minus 2 inches. And because it's on fold, we'll divide by 2. So this is my dart. So now I'm now going to measure what I have on the quarter of the bust circumference. I'll take the measurement now. And then I'll add seam allowance, 2-inch seam allowance to that. Also on the waistline, so I've connected that to the chest line, and then on the waistline we'll mark quarter of the waist measurement, and then we'll replace the 1 inch of that and also 2 inches seam allowance. So this dart, I'll replace it 1 inch, and then I'll also mark 2 inches for seam. Then I just connect that to the bust line. So that is all. The next thing is to cut it out. So I'm going to be cutting it out first with the back pattern. So I'll cut the back armhole and then cut the shoulder measurement, the shoulder line, and then the neckline for the back. After which I will now separate it before I will now recut the front. So I'm just notching where the dart will be. So after I've done that, I'll now separate the front from the back. So this is the back pattern. So to avoid any zipper bulge from this down part, I'm going to mark 1 inch. You know that the front measurement, the shoulder to the waist or the front is different from shoulder to the waist of the back. So I've marked 1 inch upward, and then I'll just slant it to meet the side seam, and then I'll cut it out. So don't forget to mark where the dart will be before you cut it out. So this is just me now trying to mark where the dart line will be so that we'll not be confused. You know, we already marked it on the initial waistline before. So I'm just cross-checking with the front measurement and then transferring it to the back measurement. And of course the dart will be higher than it will get close to the chest line. So once you have done that, you can now trim off that 1 inch that we marked earlier and just notch where the dart will be. And then I'm just marking it out now with my ruler to make it easy for me to sew. We are not cutting out the dart, we're just going to pinch it and sew when it is time to sew. So this is me now transferring the dart on the other side of the pattern so that we have it on both sides of the back pattern. And then I'm also notching the zipper line. Where the zipper will be, I've just notched it. And so I'm also repeating the dart for the front pattern, transferring it on the other side so that when it is time to sew, you just know where you are sewing. So like I said, we are not cutting it out, we're just going to mark it. We're just going to pinch it. So the next thing, I'm just cutting out the front neckline. I'm recutting the front neckline. You know, the neckline of the front is different from the neckline of the back. We had 3 inches depth. And then I will now recut the armhole. Remember, we went in with 1/4 of an inch and that mid armhole. So we're going to reshape the armhole of the front. So that is what I am doing right now. So that is all for the half length. This is the front back pattern and the front pattern. So we are through with this. We are going to be adding this to the satin. So now you go over to cut the satin. The satin is going to be a half circle. So I'm going to have two of the half circles. So it's like cutting a full circle. But when I'm cutting the half circle, I'm going to be using the circumference of the waistline plus seam allowance. So I folded it into 4, and then I'm folding it again as a triangle. Remember, when I'm cutting half circle, we always fold like a triangle. So I'm doubling it now because I need the satin for the hard net and also another satin for the two. So we're going to have double. So this first one, I'm just marking where the waist will be. I've already taken the waist circumference. I hope you know how to take your waist circumference, the waistline divided by 3.142. So I'm just marking the waist circumference right now. Just trying to adjust the camera. It's not easy drafting on the floor. So after marking the waist circumference, the next thing now is to get, I also mark ½ inch for the seam. So I'm adding ½ inch of seam to the top. This is what we are going to use to attach the satin to the main fabric, which is the African print. Then after that, we'll determine the length of the flare. The length of the flare. Remember that we're still going to add the African fabric to the down part. So make sure that you have gotten all your measurement before you start cutting the flare. So for the full dress, you determine the length of the dress. For example, if the length is 30, and then you subtract the half length is 12, and then you subtract the African print that is going to be under for that one will be about 7 or 8 inches, and then the difference is what you are using as the height of this satin. So after cutting the half circle out, I'm just going to separate it. Remember, it was cut as if it was a full circle, but we are separating it because we are using half circle for both of them. So I'm just trying to separate it here. And then just trim off any rough edges. Any part that is not well cut at the down part, just smoothing the down part to make sure that the curve is correct or straight. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to be separating it. So we now have 2 half circles. So this is the waist measurement. This is the complete waist measurement. So before you cut it out, make sure that you've already marked, you've got your complete waist measurement plus seam allowance. So I'm just trying to check to make sure that it is correct. So the waist circumference is correct. So like I said, I've cut 2. So one is for the hard net. We'll use one to pleat the hard net, and then we'll use the second one for the two. This one is going to be on top of the one that has the hard net. So the hard net will be in between in the dress. So the next thing now is to mark the one that we are going to be placing the hard net. You need to mark it, to mark where we are going to place the hard net. We are going to have 3 steps of the hard net. So first of all, from the waistline, I'm going to mark ½ inch, which is the seam allowance that we are going to use to join this skirt part to the upper part. So I'm just marking the ½ inch seam allowance. So you mark that out first, and then from there we now mark 1 inch downward. That is where the first layer of the net is going to start. So just take your time and just mark it. So I'm marking with a blue chalk. So just mark all around. And then from there, we are going to determine the spacing. So from there, we are going to determine the spacing. So from there, we are going to have 3 spacing. So I'm still trying to trim the part that is the uneven part. So from the down part as well, I also go up by 1 inch and then just mark it round, because the hardness will not get to the down of the satin. So I'm just marking 1 inch all around. So in between, from the upper part, we now have 1.5. So from there, we are going to now determine how we are going to now mark. So we are going to be having 3 lines of the hardness. So from that 1.5, I'm just marking. So depending on what you have left, you can share it into 3. I think this one now is about 4 inches. Not too sure now. So from there, you also mark again. And then, of course, the last one will be, so this is it after marking. So these are the lines. So we are going to be sewing on the line. So the next thing, you see the line, that is 1, and then you see 2 plus that other upper one, which is 3. So this is the hardness. The next thing is to cut out the height of the length of the net that you want. I think I cut about 6 inches in height. So you just mark it and then you cut it. So you are going to cut plenty of this. So you just cut as many as you need to pleat on the line. So you just cut it. So once you are through with that, so this is me just confirming it. So I'm going to have this. This is the first one I've cut out. I'm going to use this to cut out the others. And I'm going to be pleating on that line when it is time to sew. I'm going to be pleating. I'll pleat it a little, okay, so that the dress can be full. So we're going to have 3 lines. So the next thing is to cut the 2. So first of all, I'll fold the 2 into 2 and then fold it into 4, and I just cut. That is, I'm going to cut all of them. So this is the remaining African print. We are going to be using this for the down part. I just measure what I have and then share it into 3. And that will be all for the pattern drafting. So we are going to be using this for the down parts to be cut into 3. That is all for the pattern drafting. So we are through with all the cutting. This is Joidala fashion guide. So ensure to watch the part 2 of the video to see the sewing process. Thanks for watching. Bye.